Hello everyone, this is Briar, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. So this is a game that I've seen on Steam. I've seen a few people actually. I've seen that there are a couple of videos on YouTube out about it, and I've decided that I'm going to play it mainly because, fortunately for me, it's not. I looked up Black Tabby games, and I seen that there's actually a thing on the Steam page where you can go and look it up. And this is a horror game, but it doesn't have jump scares, which I appreciate greatly. So I'll be doing these videos one at a time. This is just the demo, so there's not a lot of it out there, but I will be doing, each ending and splitting it up into a video just because I think that's going to be easier, and when the game comes out and people want to know how to get the different endings, this will probably be an easier format than clicking on a video that just says okay. Hi. Lovely that. Anyway, let's get started. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Wondrous.
You're here to slay her.
Wait, what? Oh.
If you don't, it will be
obviously
the
that's the
end
pretense
of the
of the
world.
game, but it's just not the... It's a way to subvert my expectations right there. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's
While
locked
I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Oh,
And
okay.
before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Sure.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I'm sure
It's
it's
no
fine.
use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Why would I want to, though?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Well, let's see here.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it. The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature, and when they do, everything will come crashing down.
See, the narrator isn't helpful at all.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
Nihilism runs
Right?
rampant in my generation. Do not doubt me. Alright. Why don't we just go to the cabin?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Wondrous.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Now that's interesting. The voice of the hero is different than the narrator's voice, but it's also not.
Ignore him.
Our
He doesn't know what
voice?
he's talking about.
the voices thing is very interesting to me as well. It suggests that we're probably...
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Yeah, well, first thing I'm going to do is let her go, because you haven't really been forthcoming with anything or any pretense as to why I should be doing this. But I am taking the blade because I am a video gamer, and taking weapons when they are laid out in front of me is what I do.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
I like how the music stopped. Into the basement we go.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I don't like the narrator.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Not to be trusted.
Who's there?
It's commanding, almost as though she's the one in charge down here.
Not really.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm going down the stairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Heroes?
Focus on the task at hand.
Maybe.
Are you here to kill me or something? So, why'd you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it and then we can chat?
Nah, sure, why not?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't
Agree.
you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. But killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Agreed.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hand.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Sure.
Against your better judgment, you will be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
Sure. Let's see. Well, what's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay.
Note the lack of detail.
Interesting.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
I mean, you're not offering any specifics either, my guy.
You can't. Don't.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here. And if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge. She isn't suggesting what I think.
No, I think she's suggesting what you think she's
She is.
suggesting.
Don't just tell her that.
Why not?
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
Just how long has she been down here?
Good
Did they
question.
even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully soon.
I don't think you do.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We can figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
You walk up to the chains binding their large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them
Sure.
apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I don't know. The video game logic dictates otherwise.
I'll be here.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Really?
Is someone else here? You try the door. You're here to slay. Your shouts and pleas. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess.
Is the narrator the one that locked me down here, or is there somebody else?
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I don't think so.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down with the knife. Pick it up and...
You won't like.
Sure. Freer.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm,
She's got,
just
like,
above the massive,
Semi
unreal
real life anime eyes drawn right now, and it's kind of creepy.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Oh, that's got to be painful. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed
She
to
didn't
censor
so
that.
much as utter a sound. The princess clutches the wound, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
correct.
Now let's get out of here.
Sure.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Really.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
Ah, it's one of those. This is like when your DM tries to, like, railroad you down a path.
Watch me.
Uh-huh. Oh, look.
Stop that.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess dodges? Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Whoa, look at our hand. Either we are calloused as heck, or we are not human. Huh. Okay. Resist. See, the DM really tries to push you down the path, and the more that they do, the more you try to resist in any way you can to try to keep your
The
agency.
blade. Move the blade.
No.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Well, we're dead.
She knocks your legs out from under you with a swift kick. You didn't even see it coming. You fall to the ground, the wind leaving your lungs all at once in a violent puff, and her knee settles on your throat. You try to gasp for air, but she pushes on your windpipe with weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. You won't draw another breath. When she manages to escape from this place and brings ruin to the world, know that it was all your fault.
I'm not overly concerned.
It can't just end like this. right?
Apparently it can.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone
The narrator
differently,
killed us because he
I
took us
can't
over.
deny the reality of what's happening. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, okay. Chapter 2, The Damsel. Alright.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yes, we've heard this all before.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But the world didn't really end, because we're still here. Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time, you and I.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that I was walking in the woods the first time around? Like, the first time that this character existed, he was just walking in the woods, and this omnipresent narrator just started narrating things. If we met for the first time in this woods, I am entirely convinced you are some kind of fae, and I'd be running for my life.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Agreed.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Ooh, voice of the
We can help
doubting.
We just have to find a way.
I like it.
Is there another one of us in here? Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you. Just stay focused on the
It's
task at
interesting.
hand.
So he can hear the other voices, but he does not know that we've already lived through this. Lie. Alright.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
Wink.
Did you just say the word wink out loud?
Maybe.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
I love it. Alright, into the cabin we go.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely empty. The blade is your implement.
Nope. I don't even need the knife. Actually, how would I get her out?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly
I
illuminated
should have
by
been
an
able to search the
unseen
cabin
light
for a
in the
key.
room below. This is
And I
an
didn't have that
oppressive
option.
place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Uh-huh.
Her voice carries softly up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here
I'll be
unarmed. It's even more hypnotizing than before.
Is it sound like the same voice?
Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be?
Maybe.
I think we're in love. For everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Narrator, you're already losing.
You walk
Oh,
down the
she's-
stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Different.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the
She's
basement.
like smaller.
She's still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen? It must have, because she's different. Can't you
She
tell?
is different.
You.
I can't.
I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
Yeah. You also remember. Okay. There's 7 endings in the demo and many more ways to die. Well, I didn't, really die, but okay. Yeah, so that's the first episode, so thank you everybody so much for tuning in. This has been Rye Arsenal. I will, of course, be doing the rest of this game, so don't worry about that. There are much more endings, and I'm pretty sure, 100% sure they are all scarier than this. I just wanted to try. I like being the hero whenever I play games, and being the hero in a horror game is definitely going to get you dead, but I had to try it, and I don't know, it's interesting how that went. I want to see how other things go. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Oh. The voices in my head. Jonathan Sims. Legendary. My guy did all the voices in my head. I wonder if that means I'm like maybe schizophrenic or something. I don't think that's the case, but it could be. But yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.